Now I would like to tell you about Princess. Her real name is Stephanie. I hate to play favorites, but she may be my absolute favorite resident or client of a LeadingAge member, but don't tell her. Though Barbara, the quilting queen, and Patrick, the filmmaker, could run close seconds. Princess is 15 years old and spent her first 6 years living at Elizabeth Seton Pediatric Center in New York, one of your colleague members. She, like many of the residents of Elizabeth Seton, who are infants, children, and young adults, has very complicated physical problems. But there's nothing complicated about her smile and spirit. She is inspiring. Princess sent me a holiday card last year while she was recovering from surgery at Elizabeth Seton. When I met her as a little girl, she was using special technology that enabled her to play simulated beach volleyball from her wheelchair. In her recent stay, she had extensive music therapy to help her with pain management. Pat Tersey, the CEO of Elizabeth Seton, and her team expand the world of possibilities every day by allowing young people like Stephanie to be able to enjoy sports, music, yes, proms, and video games. These examples define the ingredients we need to fulfill the mission of expanding the possibilities. Let's look at them and discern some common ingredients. And I believe that you will hear echoes of all of the speakers this week as you begin to plan your trip home. The first ingredient in all of these themes is the drive to go above and beyond the call of duty. And more importantly, the drive to go beyond what you might have thought possible. Many of your organizations go above and beyond and push the boundaries of the known possible every day. The second ingredient is leadership. Not just leadership that polishes or improves the management of what you currently do, which is certainly important, but it's leadership that challenges the status quo. Leadership that's willing to take risk, defy conventions, and even create competitors or, yes, political enemies. Which gets to the third ingredient, and that's philanthropy. All of these organizations successfully generate not only charitable support, but friends who help them expand the possibilities. And they're not afraid to ask, and ask big. Our speaker yesterday said we often fall short by asking too small. Philanthropy not only expands the possibilities for your mission, but it provides the opportunity to satisfy the generous spirit in all of us, the American people. As our speaker said yesterday, think big, not small. The fourth ingredient is a partnership attitude with government and business. If you assume government is your enemy and that business is merely a vendor, you limit the world of possibilities of what you can do. To do anything new often means that there are no rules for it, and sometimes no rules against it. But it helps you if you make government your thought partner. Hard to imagine in today's political climate. The businesses you meet here often have enormous intellectual resources and access to financial support that can help you in ways you haven't dreamed of if you really want to expand the world of possibilities. But if you keep business and government in a box, you create a limited box for yourself. The fifth ingredient is credibility. That means that the transparency, openness, and focus on the public good beyond your walls. We must be able to demonstrate the impact of our work, especially for people who are vulnerable and for whom society pays enormous price by ignoring them. An example from my time at Wesley Woods in Atlanta, we were trying to launch an innovative program and brought government into our planning. It required approval all the way to Washington. They let us go through with the project because, as they said, quote, Wesley Woods is doing the right thing for the right reasons. The sixth ingredient is imagination. You must create a culture in your organization that fosters the imagination that allows for ideas like a produce market or a Disney trip for people with ALS. Could your organization have entertained such out-of-the-box thinking? Do you encourage your staff to come forward with radical ideas, even though they might seem crazy at the time? So here are the 6 ingredients. My guess is that they are not new to many of you. Most of your organizations were founded because of a group of mission-minded people and some kind of leader who had the drive to meet needs, who were willing to find resources and donors, and who partnered with government and business to foster credibility and imagination to get a new job done. They saw obstacles as opportunities, as Amy Mullins told us on Sunday. They had answers to 2 important questions of every mission-driven organization, and those 2 questions are why and why not. In your boardrooms, you always need to ask the question, why are we doing this? And why wouldn't we respond to unmet need in new and different ways? Now let me offer you what I believe is the final ingredient that will be the difference between small-scale, feel-good projects and large-scale social impact. The special sauce, if you will. The fairy dust, the magic ingredient. And that ingredient is advocacy. For years, it was perfectly fine for us to do good. Today, it is not only important to do good, but to do well and to prove it. But tomorrow, for all the good we do and the reports that show evidence of it, if we don't advocate for the implications of it, we won't make big change. So what is advocacy? It's too often equated with lobbyists or marketing or marketeers or PACs or campaign contributions, all the stuff that gets splashed in the media. No, advocacy is none of those things. Here's my definition I want you to consider. Advocacy, it is education plus prophecy backed by results. Advocacy is found in the meetings of county commissions, state houses, religious gatherings, civic clubs, and Congress. Advocacy stands on principle and demonstrates to policymakers left, right, and center why the answer you offer meets the needs of their political perspectives. And the definition of advocacy begins in each and every one of your boardrooms. I recently attended the United Church Homes Board Retreat in Columbus, Ohio. Ken Daniels is their CEO. I saw a first in a member boardroom. They have made advocacy a core responsibility of board service. The chair of their advocacy task force showed me and other board members how easy it is to contact Congress from the LeadingAge website. I didn't know he was going to do that. And they now have a policy related to board advocacy. We must activate every board so we can generate thousands of messages to Congress about important issues. We must demonstrate and magnify our credibility. Advocacy opens doors and minds. There's a reason that the National Commission on Long-Term Care mentioned housing with services as an alternative delivery model. It's because national church residences, invited one of the commissioners to see the impact of their homeless housing plus services model. Without effective advocacy, the shelf life of the good we do is fleeting. So that's the recipe, including the special sauce. The question is, do you really want to expand the world of possibilities? I believe you do. How do I know? Because you're leading age. Embedded in your DNA is the belief that everyone, despite their circumstances, can make a contribution to the world. And they expect us to ask it of them in a big way. Anyone can help someone else. Anyone can feel valuable. Everyone is entitled to hope that we offer them. I want to end with a video of my friend Stephanie and a friend of hers at Elizabeth Seton's 25th anniversary celebration held about a month ago.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I'm making, lost but no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. I gotta keep my hands high. So it's gonna be another mountain. I'm always the one making move. So it's gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. And about how fast I get there. And about what's waiting on the other side. It's a grind.
If Stephanie and her friend can sing with such exuberance about uphill battles and mountains to climb and being strong, then surely we can meet the challenge of the difficult climb, solving problems no one else wants to solve. Surely we can view the obstacles as opportunities to meet the needs that some think cannot be met. And surely we can be fueled in this tough climb by the imagination, support, and innovative solutions you will surely devise. Yes, this is a climb to expand the world of possibilities. If Stephanie can do it and sing about it, we can too. God bless, and let us know what LeadingAge can do at any time to help you in that challenge. Thank you.